So it's time for another project. I decided to do a relief carving. I haven't really done a proper relief carving in the past. I've done a couple of small things. This is my first attempt at a true relief carving. I'm making this for my brother-in-law and sister-in-law who live out in Maine. They are whitewater rafting guides, and they are in the process of converting a school bus into a camper. They're often called a Skoolie. I thought this might be a good project for them to adorn in their Skoolie as they go about their travels. Their plan is to use that bus for traveling from river to river once they retire. So the first step in relief carving is to get the farthest background carved away. So I'm doing that here. So the space behind the bus and the river is the deepest part. And you'll notice I'm leaving a border around this. It would actually have been a lot easier to have not had a border, but I thought that it would look nice to make it look like there's kind of a frame around this. So I used many different gouges, and the difficult part, of course, is to get that background to be exactly the same depth all around. Many people will use a router, and that's probably an easier way to get that same depth, but I like using these hand tools, and so this is the process I went for doing this. Plus, there's just some areas that it would be very difficult to get in with a router bit. So for some of the small areas, I had to use a drill and a drill bit to get it kind of started. And then I have quite a collection of gouges now, but I found myself wanting more because there were some instances where I just did not have the right gouge yet. So I need to kind of add to my collection. And I did take time to sharpen all my gouges. I realized there were a couple of them I didn't do a great job of sharpening, and so there were some issues there. But you can see here I've got that farthest background now cut to depth, and it's an okay job. It wasn't perfect, but then I could start on the next layers, and the next layers are the bus and the raft. Those are a little bit back farther than the river. And for this design, I went with a fairly simple idea. Many of the relief carvings that I see, the objects look like they're maybe coming out of the wood, and I didn't want to try to tackle that on my first real attempt. So I decided to make everything running parallel to the side of the carving. And that made it just a little bit easier. I didn't have to worry about the perspective so much. And then when I was carving the people on top, I had to worry about where the paddle was. So you can see the person on the back of the bus, the paddle sticks out actually a little bit farther than where the bus is. And so I had to pay attention to that. And in the river, I was just trying to get, just to make it look like there was some movement. And then I decided that for interest in this, it needed some kind of rock or, some kind of element of, ooh, I wonder, are they crashing? Are they hitting the right line? The guides, they take a lot of pride in hitting the right lines as they go down the river. And so I wanted to just have something for them to talk about, oh, is this, were they hitting it just right or not? Not that you can tell for sure, but it adds a little bit of interest. So then once I got the depth done for all of those layers, then I could come back, and then I had to start working on the detail. And really this detail part took as long as getting those layers down to the right depth, because there's a lot of really nitpicky, tight, small areas that you got to work very carefully on. You got to worry about where the grain is. There's a lot of things to take into consideration. I only broke off one piece that I didn't mean to. Super glue came and saved the day for that. So I was pretty happy that I only broke off one little piece, and you can't really tell in the final carving, especially since I will be painting this, or at least parts of it. As with a lot of projects, just going slow and taking your time is the key. So then before I was going to paint that, I needed to seal it off. So I used a mixture of boiled linseed oil and mineral spirits. Applied several coats of that. And then I used oil paints. So I spread that around, and it looks like I just ruined it all, but then the reason why you seal it off is so that you can come back and wipe off, and then it just leaves this nice little look. And then any areas that are too dark yet, I can add some mineral spirits to the paper towels and wipe that off, because oil paints take a long time to dry. So you've got a lot of forgiveness when you're using those oil paints. The background I wasn't very happy with, so I painted that green because there were some areas there that were kind of problematic. But actually, I think it turned out better this way. And then when I'm done, I can put in my little medallion. I just purchased these little medallions to showcase who did the work, kind of sign it. And here's the final product. All that was left was to wrap it up and send it off to Maine, and we can see what their reaction is.
Hey babe, we got a box.
You got a box?
We got a box from Wisconsin.
Ooh, must have cheese in it.
And so I'll bet it's something crafted for the bus. Let's go check it out.
It's our football playoff hopes.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh, it's packing peanuts.
Ted and Jules, please open card first.
Ted and Julie, we hope this gift has a place of honor in the Skoolie
Woo-hoo!
and accompanies you on your many adventures. Woohoo!
We were right, on the bus.
It's on the bus. Oh.
I'm still opening it and I'm moving. Oh! Oh my goodness, look what they did. Oh my goodness, look! The bus is wrapping up Big Mama, or Exterminator more likely. That
Cool, the Eddie Line bus
is on an Eddie line. And there we are. That
is cool.
That is pretty amazing. Holy moly, he had to carve this all out. Is awesome!
That is pretty cool.
He even has a stamp on the back, handcrafted by Mark Hansen. I have a red life jacket, you have a blue life jacket.
Let's take a look at our logo on the webpage and who's got the paddle in the water and who's doing this. This is you.
No, this is me. I'm working.
I'm going to put the picture. I can prove it. I can prove it.
Oh, there's one spot. I mean, it kind of belongs right there.
It does kind of go pretty good there.
The wall heading back towards. Okay, it looks nice there too.
I mean, I wonder if
I'm just afraid it'll get hurt there.
who's gonna see it more? Where's gonna be seen more?
Where's it going to be seen more? Or do we hang it above our bed?
All right, everybody. So we need votes. I think Mark's gonna put this on his channel too. So any of you,
Home decorator folks.
yeah, home decorator folks out in Mark's world, let us know whether you like it better here or here. Which one?
I like them both.
Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you have a preference for where you think that relief carving should go in the Skoolie, make a comment down below. But I thank you for watching and all the support, and I'll see you next time.